in the Great Smoky Mountains of Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and we're up the Pigeon Creek River, and at the end of the road.
And it's snowing, we'll show you. But yeah, we just wanted to talk about how we even ended
Rebecca
up.
and Sky.
Rebecca and Sky.
Sky Becca.
Yeah, that's who we are. In Rhino, the van. And we just want to talk about what we're doing this winter because, you know, when the pandemic started and everything kind of changed, you know, I was a massage therapist for the last 30 years, and, you know, things shut down like it did for many businesses. And, you know, Rebecca was teaching music, and most of that shut down. She did a lot online and still teaches online some, but that shut down a lot. So we were kind of really...
And reflexology.
Yeah, so really we weren't making any money, and kind of ready for a change in our life anyway. And I had an opportunity to go back to do a massage, but it was going to be on a really limited basis. And I, quite honestly, was just ready to do something else. And we bought this van about a year and a half ago, and it's just been an incredible faith walk because it's a long story, but we bought this van for, we saw it once, and then we didn't think we were going to buy it. And then 4 months later, when we moved into our new house, it showed up on the street. We made them a cash offer for it for like $3,750, and we bought this van right then and there. Didn't check it out or anything. We knew it was older because it had 533,000 miles. Anyways, we spent quite a bit of money getting it really up to snuff, and it was a walk of faith because we didn't know this thing was going to keep going or much about mechanical things and
much about diesels for that.
Diesel,
matter,
yeah, it's
especially
diesel.
One with 535,000 miles on it.
Yeah. So basically, you know, we got it, and we just had this feeling like, you know, God wants to do something with us. He wants to give us an opportunity to travel. Maybe it's going to be a way to connect with people.
This was all before the
Yes,
pandemic.
yeah, all before the pandemic. We just thought, well, maybe we get a van and do some traveling in the winter. You know, get out of Michigan. It's pretty cold, and we really love.
Do you like the season?
Yeah, we love outdoor stuff, and we love, you know, the warmer weather. And so we kind of wanted to investigate around and see other areas like where we are now in Tennessee and Kentucky and South Carolina and Florida, all these places that we're going to. And so...
But what we noticed with the van...
What did we notice?
Is that people think it's so funky and they're attracted to it and wondering what it is all about. And not just that, but just us, you know, we tend to be outgoing and kind of weird. And so people are drawn to us, and we're drawn to kind of knowing people's story. And so this whole journey for us about Rhino Adventures is to kind of get to know people along this adventure, along the road, and what their needs are, and just get to know people, where they've come from, what they're dealing with, and where they think they're headed, basically.
Yeah.
And
we
so,
we love, like Rebecca said, we love people, and we want to connect with people, and you know, we you know, in the last few years, particularly the last 5 years, we've really grown in our faith, and Lord Jesus, Yeshua, as his mother called him, has just become an integral part of our life, and we are just wanting to follow God. Like, you know, Jesus said to people that he spoke to, follow me, and we want to do that. And
we found that we couldn't do it without him, and life without Jesus was really difficult. And now he's our leading, you know, he's in control, and we're not trying to be in control. He's the one in control, and we're allowing and surrendering, choosing to surrender every day. And that involves like this journey, like where are we going today? What are we doing? Where are we sleeping? It's going to be 20 degrees or less tonight, so we still have to figure that one out. But, you know, it's things like that. And but along the way, in the last few days, I mean, I guess last summer in a nutshell, when we did have an opportunity once the summer hit in July, even during the pandemic, we just had a lot of opportunities to minister to other people, meaning just be a presence, be a support, pray with people.
turn off the quinoa here.
Yeah, we're turning off the quinoa. And maybe we should shut the window too. Keep the heat on. And anyway, and then, so in the last few days, you want to just tell them a little bit of what's happened in the last few days?
Well, just kind of going back to why we're on this trip, we just, like we said, we traveled for a month up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which was just amazing, most beautiful place, one of the most beautiful places on the planet. And we just had great connections with people. People were so interested in this van because it's so funky looking, and it just attracted a lot of people. And so we came back from that, and we just had incredible connections with people. Just great talks on the beach, just sitting down on the beach, with people that we met, and just having these deep conversations about life and the meaning of life and why are we here, and finding out what their thoughts on that were, and sharing some of ours, and just having dialogue with people and caring about people.
And fundraising for a paraplegic guy, a bike that we were able to bring up to him.
Yeah, just some super cool things that just kind of happened.
About the last few days.
So the last few days, we left Michigan. I think it was on Sunday.
They can see in our journey.
Yeah, we left on Sunday morning, and we've been here for a couple days. And so, we just had a great opportunity to meet a family a couple days ago. We were at what was that called? The Falls.
Cumberland Falls.
Cumberland Falls, which is the largest falls east of the Mississippi, but south of Niagara. So it's a big falls. And we met this family there, kind of a mixed family in various ways, racially, and also they had children from different marriages or relationships, and so there was a lot of kids that were there, and there was actually one couple with their kids, and then there was another guy who was a friend of theirs with his daughter. He's a single father.
A couple African Americans with some three or four redheaded kids. It was
redheaded,
so funny.
Redheaded white kids. So it was just kind of a cool.
And so the Lord said, "Go back, and."
Yeah, we actually left the park. We saw them in the parking lot, and then we left, and we thought we need to go back and meet those people. That's such an interesting combination of people, and so we went back and just had this incredible time with them. Pete, the tall, skinnier guy, kind of like me, he and I really hit it off, and we're just talking to them and just sharing our story, what we're doing, and hearing their story. And I was asking him if he needed prayer for anything, and he said that they lost a child 2 days before. His wife, partner, I'm not sure if they're married or not, but she, the baby in womb had died, and so she had to go to the hospital and have it induced to deliver her dead baby. So we were, sad for them. We prayed with them about that, because that's a huge loss, and we lost the only child that we've ever been involved with. The only pregnancy either one of us has ever been involved with was our child that was lost in utero. So we really have a pain there too. So we prayed for them, and then just kind of talked more about spiritual things with them and just life and what's going on. And it ended up that we didn't realize that they'd been sleeping in their car for a week. Not the kids, but the couple, and they're looking for a new place there in part of. Kentucky still?
Williamsburg, Kentucky.
Yeah, we were in Kentucky, yeah. And so, we just got an opportunity to pray for them about that too, and give them a little donation. And Rebecca made this cool little booklet just kind of talking about COVID and the times we live in and how that relates to just our life and our spiritual path, and a little bit of her kind of testimony of her path. And so we gave that to them. It just had an amazing, we probably spent an hour with them, and just shared a lot of love, and they shared a lot with us, and that was really super cool. And then
where we pulled off to make our dinner,
we
were actually having
we really cook it up. We cook it up in Rhino.
Center.
Yeah, so we're cooking up this chicken sausage with mushrooms,
shiitake mushrooms.
All
we
fresh.
Just went to the health food store and had some great food, but we pulled over in this shopping center area. I'm like, I'm kind of hungry, and so why don't we just make something to eat? And well, there's I don't know if he was homeless, but a guy that rode by on his bike, looked a little bit like down and out.
He's kind of hanging out, and
we both had the same thought, like, let's see if we can get him some dinner, and so sure enough, Sky went out and scoped out the situation, and he was like, hey, are you cooking some dinner back there? Can I have some? And
he was really cool. He was very straight thinker. He was clear-headed, and he.
And we did a fist bump prayer for him.
Yeah, we did a prayer for him. He'd gone through some hard things recently, and he wanted to bring the food back to his wife.
His old lady.
Yeah, he called her his old lady. That's going to score a lot of points. But anyways, it was just, and we shared a prayer with him, and just trying to share the love of Jesus, share the love of Yeshua, and we're just trying to learn what it is to follow. What is it to follow Jesus? This is something that is talked about, and we're just, Jesus says to feed the hungry and the orphans and the widows, and just share the good news and to heal the sick, and
And so that night we put in the app. I have this wonderful app, and it seems like the Lord uses whatever it is we're using. And so we ended up at the end of this road and at this dam, in right out of Knoxville, and that's where we ended up. No, the campground was closed, but we ended up parking in the parking lot.
Super peaceful place.
Peaceful place. So the next morning we met this guy named
Elliot. Yeah, so Elliot.
So if you check this YouTube video,
Yeah.
we just want to shout out a big hello to you.
Exactly. So Elliot shows up. He's about, well, I didn't know how old he was, but another African American man, good looking guy. He showed up by himself, and he just said, "Hey, how you doing?" Because we had our van door open, and we were just coming back from harvesting our mushrooms, turkey tails. Yeah, and so we were just kind of showing him that, just sharing the wealth of the morning's reapings, and just started talking with Elliot, and just a really neat guy, and just talking about life, and he was super open to us, and super intelligent, educated, really polite, super pleasant guy. And we probably talked for an hour and a half with Elliot, and he shared about his life, and we got to pray together with him, and just really go deep, just share a lot of deep thoughts and feelings and ideas about life and what's going on in the world right now, what's going on in our lives. It was so great.
Stories.
Yeah, we shared a lot about our story, and we got to hear about his story, and that's kind of what it's about. Really going deep with people and caring about them and being cared for. And so we want to do that. Yeah, I want to be the hands and feet of Jesus. I'm not sure always what that looks like each day, but sometimes it's definitely about caring. It's definitely about loving people, and
especially each other. That's like the first and foremost calling that we have is each other, and it's not always easy. Being a small van, but it's kind of fun. We're on an adventure, and God's working out on our marriage as well. So
yeah. So that's about it for now. We're just, the snow's coming down, starting to. It looks like it's not sticking too much, but we're still by the Pigeon River. It's beautiful out here. Maybe we'll show you a few clips of the beautiful scenery, and we're gonna go try to find our home for the night and do a little sightseeing around this beautiful Gatlinburg area.
And who knows, maybe some more prayers with people.
Yeah.
We
want to pray for people. So lots of love. That.
Testing. Let's just take a little take one.
Let's testing. Oompa loompa oompa doo. I've got another riddle for you. Oompa loompa oompa dum. I've got another riddle for yum. Dun 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 dun.
Okay, let's see if it works.
Oh, that's my Oompa Loompa. I don't want to.